Ethan sat in his dark apartment, staring at the flickering light of his old laptop. The hum of the fridge was the only sound in the room. His bank balance read $12.17. Rent was due in 10 days. His stomach grumbled, but the emptiness didn't bother him anymore. He'd grown used to it. What hurt more was the silence of failure. Scrolling through his phone, he stumbled on a single comment under a video. "If you're reading this, you already have the tools to change your life. Wi-Fi time. And the will to learn." He almost laughed. If only it were that easy, he whispered. But that night, lying in bed, those words stayed with him. For the first time in months, a thought crept into his mind. What if it's true? What if I try one more time? At 5 a.m., Ethan pulled his cracked laptop onto his lap and typed, "How to make money online." The screen filled with endless results. Freelancing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, blogging, YouTube. It was overwhelming. But one piece of advice stood out. Pick one skill. Master it. Start small. Ethan thought of his failed attempts. He wasn't a programmer. He couldn't design. But he could write. His professors used to tell him his essays read like stories. That was something. He spent the whole day watching free tutorials on copywriting, content writing, and SEO. His eyes burned, but by sunrise he had 10 pages of notes. He hadn't earned a dime, but for the first time in years he felt something powerful: hope. He signed up on Fiverr. His first gig: "I will write blog posts for $10. His hand trembled as he hit publish. For a week nothing happened. No messages. No orders. His friends told him to quit. Then on the 7th day his phone buzzed. New order, 500-word blog post, $10. His heart raced. He worked all night, rewriting it 3 times before delivering. When the client tipped him $5, Ethan stared at the screen, tears in his eyes. $15. It wasn't about the money. It was proof. Proof that this worked. That single order changed his life. Ethan worked every day. He wrote about everything: tech, health, finance, relationships. By the end of the month he had earned $180. Not enough to get rich, but enough to pay rent without borrowing. For the first time, survival wasn't choking him. But then the orders slowed. Fiverr got crowded. His gigs stopped ranking. Fear returned. He almost gave up. But instead of quitting, he adapted. He learned LinkedIn. He posted writing tips, shared small wins, and connected with business owners. At first, nobody cared. Then one post exploded. 5,000 views. A startup founder messaged him, "Can you write for us?" That job paid $200. That's when Ethan learned his first financial principle. If people don't see you, they can't pay you. Visibility creates opportunity. 3 months in, he was making $500 a month from freelancing. It wasn't enough to live luxuriously, but it was a foundation. And then he discovered affiliate marketing, earning commissions from recommending products. He didn't want to be spammy, so he only shared tools he actually used: writing software, ergonomic keyboards, budget-friendly laptops. Month 1, $0. Month 2, $12. Month 3, $80. That $12 was a turning point. Not because it was much, but because it came while he slept. Passive income. He doubled down. He built a simple blog. He shared posts on Instagram. Soon $80 became $200. Now Ethan had 2 income streams: freelancing and affiliate marketing. But one night he saw a video: if you can sell skills, you can sell products. He decided to try e-commerce. He built a Shopify store selling minimalist phone cases using his last $50 for ads. His first campaign failed. 0 sales. But instead of quitting, he analyzed what went wrong. His photos were bad. His ad copy was weak. He fixed them. His next ad brought 2 sales. His third brought 5. 3 streams. $1,200 a month. He bought his younger brother a second-hand laptop. Learn freelancing, he told him. For the first time, Ethan didn't just earn money, he was changing lives. One day a friend asked, "Can you teach me?" Ethan wrote a short ebook, The Broke Beginner's Guide to Making Money Online. He priced it at $15. 10 people bought it on day 1. $150. 9 months in, Ethan wasn't just surviving, he was thriving. He hired a virtual assistant for his store. He built an email list. He started a YouTube channel. By the end of year 1, Ethan was making $4,000 a month. But he didn't stop. He launched his first online course for freelancers. Price, $49. 50 sales in 1 month. $2,450. He reinvested every dollar. He learned ads. He hired a video editor. He grew his blog traffic. $4,000 became $7,000. $7,000 became $10,000. By year 2, Ethan wasn't just a freelancer. He had a team, designers, editors, writers. He was no longer hustling, he was running a business. And then came his biggest shift. Ethan started investing. Index funds, ETFs, high-yield savings. He read books on compound interest and realized that money wasn't just for spending. It was a soldier. Every dollar could go out and bring more dollars back. Soon, Ethan had an investment portfolio. His money was multiplying. He began mentoring others. He hosted free live sessions. Thousands tuned in. His YouTube channel passed 100,000 subscribers. People called him the $12 guy who built an empire. Ethan smiled at the framed screenshot of his first $15 Fiverr payment. It reminded him where he came from. One night, he stood in front of his audience and said, "I'm not rich because I got lucky. I'm rich because I stacked skills. I built one income stream, then another, then another. I reinvested. I automated. I scaled. And now my money works for me. If I can do it with $12, so can you." And then he revealed the greatest financial lesson he'd ever learned. Financial lesson: wealth is built by stacking small wins. Start with one skill. Earn your first $10. Build on it. Create multiple streams. Reinvest. Let time and consistency do the rest. The internet is the greatest equalizer, but only for those willing to start small and stay relentless. Ethan didn't just build wealth. He built freedom. And if you have Wi-Fi, time, and the courage to start, so can you. Now Ethan's story continues. Ethan stood at the window of his new apartment overlooking the city skyline. 2 years ago he could barely afford rent. Now his laptop had become his printing press for freedom. But as he sipped his coffee, he realized something. Earning money was no longer the challenge. The real question was, how do I turn this money into lasting wealth? He opened a new notebook. At the top of the page he wrote one word in bold letters: assets. That night, Ethan devoured books, videos, and podcasts on financial literacy. He discovered Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, learned about cash flow, and studied Warren Buffett's long-term investing strategies. The more he learned, the more he realized the truth. Making money online was just the first step. True wealth came from multiplying it. Ethan started small. He opened a high-yield savings account and moved 6 months of expenses into it. Next, he invested in index funds. Low-cost, long-term, but boring. But boring was safe. He automated his investments so every month, a portion of his income worked silently in the background. And then he took a leap. He bought his first rental property through a crowdfunding platform. It wasn't glamorous, but every month, a small deposit hit his account. Cash flow. Ethan grinned. For the first time, his money was making money without him lifting a finger. But Ethan wasn't satisfied with just investing. He wanted to teach. He wanted to give the blueprint he never had. He started a weekly live stream called Wealth Wednesdays. He spoke about freelancing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, and now investing. At first, only 20 people watched. Then 200. Then 2,000. One night, a young viewer named Maya messaged him. "I was broke. Your video helped me earn my first $50 online. Thank you." Ethan stared at the message. He remembered that feeling. That first $10. That spark. And it hit him. This was bigger than him. He turned his YouTube channel into a movement. He didn't just teach how to make money online. He taught financial independence, cash flow, compound interest, asset allocation, tax efficiency. He broke it all down into simple stories that anyone could understand. He showed how a $5 daily coffee habit invested in an index fund could turn into $50,000 over 20 years. He explained how owning digital assets, like blogs, YouTube channels, or ebooks, was like owning online real estate. The internet exploded with his name. Companies invited him to speak. Podcasts begged him to appear. He launched an online academy called Freedom School. In its first month, 5,000 students joined. Ethan scaled again. He hired coaches. He built a team of financial experts. He didn't just teach making money, he taught keeping it, growing it, and passing it down. And he invested even more. dividend stocks, REITs, a small tech startup, even a piece of land that he planned to develop. Every move was strategic. Every dollar had a job. And then came the day that would change everything. Ethan received a message from a teenager in India. My family has been in debt for years. I followed your free videos and now I'm freelancing. We just paid off our first loan. I can't stop crying. Thank you. Ethan closed his laptop and leaned back. This wasn't just about money anymore. It was about impact. He traveled the world, hosting seminars in London, Lagos, and Singapore. He met students who had gone from broke to building businesses. He watched lives transform. But no matter how far he went, he never forgot the $12 he once had. He kept that screenshot framed in his office as a reminder of his starting point. And one night, standing before an audience of thousands, Ethan shared his ultimate truth. I am not here because I am smarter than anyone else. I am here because I started with what I had. One skill, one gig, one $10 order. And I built on it. First I made money. Then I invested it. Then I turned it into assets. You don't need millions to start. You need consistency. You need patience. You need the courage to stack small wins until they become big ones. Money is a tool. But knowledge is freedom. The crowd stood clapping. Ethan smiled, and for a brief moment he thought of that boy sitting in his old apartment, staring at a cracked laptop screen, wondering if it was possible. It was. Because he was living proof. And the final lesson was clear. Financial lesson. Making money online is the door. Financial literacy is the key. Learn to earn. Learn to invest. Learn to grow. Because when you master both, you will not just make a living. You will build a life where money is no longer your master. And from that day forward, Ethan's story became a roadmap for millions who were ready to stop dreaming and start building. Ethan's story isn't just about money, it's proof. Proof that you can start with nothing but a cracked laptop, Wi-Fi, and the will to learn, and build a life where money no longer controls you. And that's exactly what this channel is here for. Here we teach financial principles using simple, powerful stories that stick. No complicated jargon. No boring lectures. Just real lessons told in a way you'll remember and actually use. Because the truth is, you don't need to be a financial expert to change your life. You just need the right blueprint and the courage to take the first step. So if you're ready to stop watching other people win and start building your own story, hit subscribe and join a community of relentless builders. Your first win could be $10. Your first investment could be $50. Your first breakthrough? Priceless. This is just the beginning. Ethan's story lit the path. Now it's your turn to walk it.